From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 9. Powered by Century Laminates, My Design, My Style, and Orient Electric.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. An hour ago, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in the strongest measure yet, announced a 21-day pan-India lockdown. No exceptions. No compromise. 3 weeks. 3 weeks of every Indian staying at home to defeat the coronavirus. 3 weeks of no chalta hai. 3 weeks of taking the bull by the horns so that we as a nation defeat corona. 3 weeks. 3 weeks of making this and only this your only job. Now some would say, and some would complain, and some would crib, and some would try to make noises right now and create dissent and say, no, this is too long a period. And these are the people we must tackle and take on now. Some people will crib that there is no economic package yet. But tonight, I am clear that this way, the way set by our Prime Minister, is the only way. And it is our only shot. Otherwise, we will have to pay a price that we do not have shoulders strong enough to bear the burden of. We will have to pay a price that will carry on so long that we won't have the stamina to run that far. This is the only way. And this is the only way because voluntary lockdowns, while helping, don't work completely. And this is the only way because we cannot have a half-hearted attitude anymore to defeat a virus as potent as the coronavirus. And my dear viewers, let's come together now because this is the only way. Because going at it at the jugular is our only single shot and our only hope of defeating this virus. So yes, the next 21 days will be tough. They will be trying. But when 1.3 billion lives are at stake, then no economic package, no frustrations, no situations, no little stumble, no possible obstacle, no fear, none of it matter. Let's do it. Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it for the nation that we love. Let's do it for one another. Let's do it for the tricolor. Let's do it because next 21 days, nation first, no compromise. Absolutely no compromise in the fight against the coronavirus. Viewers, I have 120 minutes of packed news, analysis and debate lined up for you, but first debate is going to be in 2 minutes from now, and that's about the 21-day lockdown. Viewers, come together. I'm proud to say that the Republic Media Network totally, completely, unequivocally, without doubt, supports the Prime Minister of India's decision for a 21-day lockdown. Debate number 2 tonight. The 21-day lockdown to flatten the curve. But are we going to be able to flatten the curve? We've got to talk about that. We have medical experts and others joining us. At 10:30 p.m. tonight, we stand with the doctors. And we have to understand that the emergency services are fighting for you. And if you stand against the emergency services in any way, this fight is going to be impossible. All this and more is coming up, and here are the headlines this Tuesday evening on The Debate Tonight.
आज रात 12 बजे से संपूर्ण देश में संपूर्ण लॉकडाउन होने जा रहा है.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi takes the most decisive step. India has been placed under a 21-day complete and national lockdown starting midnight. The Prime Minister's step is the biggest lockdown in the world ever. 1.3 billion people have united to stay at home and fight the coronavirus.
साथियों, आज के फैसले ने, देशव्यापी लॉकडाउन ने आपके घर के दरवाजे पर एक लक्ष्मण रेखा खींच दी है.
COVID villains won't be spared this time. The Prime Minister has fired the Lakshman Rekha warning. Social distancing and lockdown, the only way forward for India to flatten the corona curve. We have to believe that we can.
अब कोरोना के मरीजों के इलाज के लिए देश के हेल्थ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को और मजबूत बनाने के लिए केंद्र सरकार ने आज 15,000 करोड़ रुपए का प्रावधान किया है.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi announces a 15,000 crore corona fund to fight the battle.
घरों में रहते हुए आप उन लोगों के बारे में सोचिए, उनके लिए मंगल कामना करिए जो अपना कर्तव्य निभाने के लिए खुद को खतरे में डालकर काम कर रहे हैं.
A strong message to those ostracizing the corona warriors: end the discrimination and stand with the heroes. And ladies and gentlemen, only a leader as decisive like Narendra Modi could do what he did today. From this midnight, the entire country is going under a 21-day firm, uncompromising and complete lockdown. What does this mean? This means that at this time there can be no carelessness, no let-up, no compromise. So like Prime Minister Narendra Modi reiterated in his speech, stay home, stay home, stay home. We at the Republic Media Network also believe that nothing can be left to chance anymore, and it mustn't, and I'm sure it won't. The next 3 weeks will define our future. They will define the resilience, resolve, and responsibility of 1.3 billion Indians in this uncompromising battle against the coronavirus.
हेल्थ सेक्टर के एक्सपर्ट्स और अन्य देशों के अनुभवों को ध्यान में रखते हुए देश आज एक महत्वपूर्ण निर्णय करने जा रहा है. आज रात 12 बजे से पूरे देश में, ध्यान से सुनिए, पूरे देश में आज रात 12 बजे से संपूर्ण देश में संपूर्ण लॉकडाउन होने जा रहा है. हिंदुस्तान को बचाने के लिए, हिंदुस्तान के हर नागरिक को बचाने के लिए, आपको बचाने के लिए, आपके परिवार को बचाने के लिए आज रात 12 बजे से घरों से बाहर निकलने पर पूरी तरह पाबंदी लगाई जा रही है. हेल्थ एक्सपर्ट्स की माने तो कोरोना वायरस की संक्रमण साइकिल तोड़ने के लिए कम से कम 21 दिन का समय बहुत अहम है. अगर ये 21 दिन नहीं संभले तो देश और आपका परिवार 21 साल पीछे चला जाए। अगर ये 21 दिन नहीं संभले तो कई परिवार हमेशा हमेशा के लिए तबाह हो जाएंगे। और मैं ये बात एक प्रधानमंत्री के तौर पर नहीं, आपके परिवार के सदस्य के नाते कह रहा हूं। इसलिए बाहर निकलना क्या होता है, ये इन 21 दिनों के लिए भूल जाइए। जो लोग घर में हैं, वो सोशल मीडिया पर नए नए तरीकों से, बहुत इनोवेटिव तरीके से इस बात को बता रहे हैं। एक बैनर जो मुझे भी पसंद आया, मैं आपको भी ये बहुत कम शब्दों में संदेश दिखाना चाहता हूं। कोरोना यानी कोई रोड पर ना निकलने। कोरोना यानी कोई रोड पर ना निकले। बाहर निकलना क्या होता है, ये इन 21 दिनों के लिए भूल जाइए। घर में रहे और एक ही काम करें कि अपने घर में ही रहें। आज के फैसले ने, देशव्यापी लॉकडाउन ने आपके घर के दरवाजे पर एक लक्ष्मण रेखा खींच दी है। आपको ये याद रखना है कि घर से बाहर पड़ने वाला आपका सिर्फ एक कदम कोरोना जैसी गंभीर महामारी को आपके घर में ले आ सकता है। आपको ये याद रखना है कि कई बार कोरोना से संक्रमित व्यक्ति शुरुआत में बिल्कुल स्वस्थ लगता है, वो संक्रमित है इसका पता ही नहीं चलता। और इसलिए एहतियात बरतिए, अपने घरों में रहिए।
For a lot of people who are calling in right now and want details, I believe this is the time to disseminate as much information as possible. And hence I can tell you that on republicworld.com, which is our digital site, I shall be putting out the details of this entire guideline. A lot of people asking for details of the 21-day lockdown. And I'm happy to tell you in a few minutes, if not in more than a couple of minutes, on republicworld.com, you will be able to see all the details of what this 21-day lockdown means. Most importantly, the question that everyone is asking today, what remains open, what stays shut? Full details will be on republicworld.com. People asking which establishments will be open. Will banks be open? Will grocery shops be open? Full details on republicworld.com. But before I go into the discussion today, I want to immediately give some information out, because we are at the forefront of providing information to the people. So welcome to the debate, GVL, MR Venkatesh, Smita Prakash, Mahesh Jetmalani, Sanjeev Kapoor, founder of Wonder Chef, Anupam K, Dr. Palash Sen, fantastic panel, and we'll get many more voices. But I want to start by saying this, that now let me tell you what will remain open. Please understand. Hospitals and related establishments open. Dispensaries, chemists, medical equipment shops, laboratories, diagnostic laboratories, ambulances, nursing homes, clinics open. Transportation for all medical personnel open. Nurses, paramedics, hospital support staff open. Open. Now, commercial and private establishment will be closed, but let me tell you the exceptions of what will be open. Shops, including ration shops, under PDS, dealing with food, open. Groceries, fruit and vegetable, open. Dairy and milk products, meat and fish, animal fodder, all open. Banks, insurance offices, ATMs, open. ATMs, open. Let me repeat. Do not panic. Everything's fine. Banks, insurance offices, ration shops, don't crowd the shops, don't run to the chemist. You do not need to. Tell someone else right now. They do not need to. It is all open. There is no closure. Print and electronic media, news channels, newspapers, open. Telecom services, internet, broadcasting, cable services, open. IT-enabled services, open. Food, pharma, medical equipment, including delivery of medical equipment through e-commerce, open. Viewers, please listen to me today. Please understand, you are only being told to stay at home. Everything is open. You will be able to access all this. I need to tell you this. I need to tell you that petrol pumps are open. Your LPG gas, you don't have to run, don't have to panic. It's open. Petrol, gas retail, storage outlets, open. You will have enough electricity at home. Power generation, transmission, distribution, open. Stock markets, open. All debt markets, capital markets, open. Cold storage, open. Your security guards will be with you. Private security services, open. So please, please calm down. That's what I wanted to begin by saying. India, we will not come through this if you display panic. If you're a nationalist, calm down. If you believe in your country, calm down. A lockdown means everything you need is with you. Now, what will you not have? You will not have hospitality services, but hotels, homestays, lodges, motels which are accommodating tourists because of lockdown, there are some people who won't have homes. For them, hotels, homestays, etc. will be open. What will you not have? Colleges, schools, education will be closed. All places of worship, mosques, temples, synagogues, all will be closed. You won't have your IPL, you won't have your football game. And what is happening in case of funerals, not more than 20 people can come together. So this is extremely practical. I think we first need to, Smita, start by saying this, because you and I were both in the video conference yesterday with the Prime Minister. We first need to say, as journalists on the program, that India is open. You are being told to stay at home. There is a world of difference between the two. Now, if people start panicking and saying, oh, everything's closing down for 21 days, it's not. I'll put it simply in a language people will understand. There is no need to freak out. You know, thinking that everything's going to be locked down. Everything is fine. You will be able to, you will be able to access everything. So calm down. I think, Smita, can you communicate that better than me? Sometimes you have a better way with words.
Absolutely.
Calm down. You know, it's okay. Right, Smita? You want to start?
No. Absolutely. I mean, you said this in English. I will say it in a mix of English and Hindi. बिल्कुल आराम से सब कुछ आपको मिलने वाला है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं होने वाली, राशन पानी सब कुछ मिलेगा, आपके घर के सामने जो गार्ड्स है वो होंगे, राशन की दुकानें खुली होंगी, बैंक्स खुला होगा, एटीएम मशीन खुली होंगी। अभी अर्नब ने पूरी लिस्ट सुनाई आपको, आप बिल्कुल ही संयम रखिए। प्रधानमंत्री जब आज आए, आपसे पहली बार जब 5 दिन पहले जब आपसे बात हुई थी, आपसे निवेदन कर रहे थे कि आप घर के अंदर रहिए, लेकिन अब उन्होंने ये बता दिया आपके सामने कि आपके घर के सामने एक लक्ष्मण रेखा है. If you step outside that, he has made it clear that families will
I'm
be at
saying
risk.
here now,
आपको ये बताने की
I'm
कोशिश
saying
कर रहे
one more
हैं
thing, I'm
कि
intervening.
आपके घर का जो
Smita,
earning member
I'm told,
है,
and I'm going to
वो
name a
खतरे
place.
में है.
I'm told Bandra Linking Road. I'm giving an example. In Mumbai, Bandra Linking Road, there are jams. People are going on a buying spree. It's silly. It's stupid. You don't need to do this. This is ridiculous. It's irresponsible, amateurish, childish behavior. This kind of behavior provokes others to behave like this. What are people getting so worked up about? Calm down, everything's fine. Someone, will you call these people who are out on Linking Road in Mumbai right now? You know, others in other parts of the where you live who are behaving like this. Will you please tell them to come home and behave like grown-ups? I mean, this is really ridiculous. Calm down. It's 21-day lockdown, everything's open. They're not getting it. They need to understand this. Saurabh wanted to add something. Yes, Saurabh, go on.
Yeah, I think what
Yes,
happened was
Arnab,
that Arnab in the
Yes.
sorry.
Arnab, this is the time for national unity. This is a time for India to demonstrate its indomitable spirit. And that's the reason why, as you and Smita said, and all of us responsible Indians here, need to tell the world that we are fine. There is no need to panic. This is an unprecedented situation. That's the reason why Prime Minister has announced to save India. This has been done to save the country, save your loved ones, make sure that you abide by this. This is, he said in so many words, everything is available. And as you've been saying, that's the reason, the more panic people try to create, the more it will complicate the situation. Because we don't have to allow the community spread.
I want to say one more thing.
The reason why Prime Minister announced it today, and obviously you were there.
Yeah, you know, there are people who are messaging me saying I can't get my grocery right now. No, there are people who are messaging me right now, Anupam Kherji, saying, can you do something? The grocery I need is not available right now. I need it. What do I do? I'll tell you, somebody messaged me, Sanjeev Kapoor, hi. Somebody is saying, I support Narendra Modi, but I can't get my grocery right now. What do I do? I want to tell the person without taking their name, get your grocery tomorrow, relax. I mean, I don't know what people are behaving like. This is so absolutely silly. First, we need to calm tempers down. Otherwise, Anupamji, we are not going to get through this. So I think,
I think you said something very interesting, which you said in your introduction. You said India is open. The lockdown is for people to get out.
Exactly.
And let's allow people to sort of have a little reaction about it. Our job is, the job of this panel is to tell them, not get angry with them also who are thinking that, oh my God, now how will I do? The first knee-jerk reaction will get to some certain people that, oh my God, अब मैं कैसे रहूँगा, 21 दिन तक मैं खाना मेरा क्या है? But आपने जो पूरी एक फहरिस्त बताई, एक पूरी लिस्ट बताई कि सब कुछ खुला रहने वाला है, तो ये समझने में थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा. By the time we finish this debate, I'm sure 99.9% people will understand that it's an easy way to go about it.
Yeah.
We have a very decisive Prime Minister. We have a very, very strong, firm Prime Minister, and who proved during this Janta curfew that people listen to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is the biggest, thank God, that people listen to him.
So the person, another person has messaged me, Sanjeev Kapoor ji, that, and it's very interesting. It's also, I'm not going to be angry about it. Let me explain this. I'm not getting angry. I just want to put out a clear message, because our job on this panel, so many people watching this anyway, now so many people are watching Republic, because I've realized that every moment is prime time. People are not going to office, so they message me even about small spelling mistakes at 7 o'clock in the morning on the channel, so I can understand people need information. What I'm saying is that somebody sent this message, is very telling, Sanjeev. The person says, I support you, Modi ji, but I am not a millionaire to store so much food. Now, I would say to the person, you don't need to store food. If there's something that you want, a sabji that you want, or that kind of bread which you don't have today, it will come tomorrow. Everyone is gone today, so by tomorrow I think things will settle down. Sanjeev.
I think that's absolutely right. First and foremost, we've been asked to do something, and I think it's not something which PM had to request and plead us. It's something that we should have done, but we would be doing it. Now on food, let me say this, that 21 days is not difficult when it comes to food, when it comes to provisions, all of that, because everything is open. Let me tell you, in the building that we stay, we have few people, staff, security guards who may not have access to food. So each household decided that they would provide food to them. And tomorrow we are providing meal to them. And that's something, the quantity that we will have to cook for them is something that we would not be left with anything in our house. Are we worried? Not at all, because I know that everything is open, and that's something I'm not worried. It's not, I also heard PM's, I think we also need to believe that everything is open, and that's something which is all across India. And it has happened in other parts of the world also. And I've been talking to them. Everything, people are following it, people are believing it, and I would also believe that whatever is committed to us will be there. So there's no need to panic at all.
Absolutely. I think that's the point. Ajay Piramal is also, and I think that's the best message that we can send out. And I'm not fabricating this message. I am putting out what I think I genuinely believe in, Ajay Piramal, that we don't need to panic because, and that's why I have people from different sectors on the program today. It's not a political panel. Hospitals, I repeat before I go to Ajay Piramal. See, hospitals, labs, ambulances, dispensaries open. So if there's a dialysis patient, he will be able to get his facilities in hospital. All essential goods, viewers, are open. Rations, shops, banks, ATMs, internet, telecom, open. All industrial establishments need to shut except manufacturing for essential commodities. All transport services shut, but if there is going to be a fire brigade service, your police is very much available to you. Essential goods will move. And you can't go to hotels, but these hotels can be used by people who are accommodating stranded people. So I think this point needs to be understood. How is Mumbai, financial markets, corporates looking at this? Because this is the time to step up also for them. Ajay.
So I think, first of all, just commenting on your essential services, during the Janta curfew, we have 8 different plants in pharmaceuticals all over the country, and we do life-saving critical products. And I can say that each one of them was working across several states. So taking that same example, I think they will continue. And it has been some effort to transfer the goods from one place to the other, but that is smoothing out. So how is industry looking at it? I think this is not an issue of industry alone, it's of the nation. As the Prime Minister actually pleaded more than once, at least 3 times, he said, he with folded hands said that it is for each one's personal safety, each one's family safety. So I think that is very important. This is a time when we all get together. If there is a little inconvenience also, if some of my favorite groceries
is not available, so what?
So what,
I don't
exactly.
know if you all were there during the 1965 war and the China and Pakistan war. Some of us remember that one day of a week, Lal Bahadur Shastri had said that you should not eat because you have to save food. That is our contribution to the nation. Actually, this is in some ways, we have to dedicate ourselves to do something for the nation. And who are we doing it for? Ourselves. Whether you are rich or you're poor, whether you're an industrialist or you're a worker, the virus doesn't spare you. And we've seen that actually.
Exactly.
Most of the people who are educated and who have traveled from London and all and come, they are the ones who are the biggest carriers. It's not the person, the slum dweller.
Yeah. You know, the Prime Minister, firstly, I think today the great thing was he didn't mince his words. But I think the best part was where he said that you lose 21 days now, Palash, or you suffer for 21 years. And I think that's sometimes you need to put it out in these kind of clear terms, which may appear too direct sometimes when it works. What do you think, Palash?
Yeah, so Arnab, first of all, just want to say thank you to you. What a fantastic job you're doing. And God bless you, man, always.
Thank you.
And also thanks to Prime Minister, because I think he's bringing us all to the right road in life. I think all of us are too selfish and we're too self-centered. And for the first time in our lives, I think we're all realizing what it is to be actually caring for each other. It's important to be standing by each other for standing by this country. Everybody has to stay safe. Everybody has to stay mahfouz. Everybody has to stay intelligent. Everybody has to stay at home. And what I'm going to be doing for the next 21 days is going to be creating music, Arnab, like what I've done all my life.
Yeah. How have you been dealing with it? I mean, what would you say today? Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on. He's got music for us. Palash, go on.
Something like this to everybody.
Go on. Lighten the mood a bit.
Sanitizer लगाएं और Dettol से नहाएं. Sanitizer लगाएं, Dettol से नहाएं. स्वच्छ भारत का सिद्ध हुआ नारा के आज कोरोना ने है सबको सुधारा. के आज कोरोना ने है सबको सुधारा.
Wow, that's beautiful. Fantastic, Palash. A jingle like they and we'll get past 21 days like we... Yeah, that's good. That's good. You made Mahesh Jetmalani also smile out there. Mahesh, what do you make of this? I think it's good. Our Prime Minister is not mollycoddling us. The Prime Minister is not trying to mollycoddle the nation about the scale and grievousness of the disease. He's actually telling us it's exponential. And we better watch out. Mahesh. Can't hear.
We don't expect anything from the Prime Minister than to tell us exactly what the situation is. And he's the best communicator. And I think the messaging was very important coming from him. Not only because he's a great communicator, but he also has the ability to come down a level like he did and said, I'm talking to you as a family member, not just as a Prime Minister. And then he emphasized the gravity by saying, this can spread like fire. And he said the Lakshman Rekha is at your doorstep. You step out and you are asking the virus to come right into your house and cause mayhem. So I think the messaging, the tone, the tenor, the content, everything, and of course from the person whom it came from, was a very, very important message, because we are right now, if I don't know what stage we are in, 2 or 3, all that is debatable, but we are certainly in a very decisive stage. There's a slight spike in numbers.
Louder.
And this message was very important. This message was very, very important. Very, very important, so that people take it seriously and actually stay home, stay home, stay home.
Absolutely. And this was not a lockdown on a whim, GVL. This was not a lockdown on a whim. This is not an abrupt decision. It is well thought out. You consider what he said on Thursday. He came to us and he said, I want a few weeks. He said he was preparing us for the upcoming challenges. Then he said on Thursday that the Janta curfew is the litmus test. Then he said, I have consulted health experts. And when the economic relief package was announced, he met industry leaders yesterday, he met the media yesterday. It is well thought out, and I don't think there's any more effective way than the way the Prime Minister has actually implemented this over the last few days. GVL.
Yeah, Arnab, I think even in a meeting of our parliamentary weekly meeting about 10 days ago, I think he made us understand the gravity of the situation. At a time when a lot of people were in a celebratory mood, saying that we have actually prevented the onslaught of the corona in India, he said, do not jump to conclusions. I think we have the real threat looming large ahead of us. I think next few months, next few weeks will be very tough for us. We don't have the kind of infrastructure that some of these countries in the Western world have. Yet they have faced a huge onslaught of corona. So we need to be extremely careful, extremely wise. I think one could really understand from his words. I think we have been preparing very well from January onwards, but certainly the Prime Minister was not in a mood to accept any compliments. He said the real threat is ahead of us. We need to be extremely careful. I think today's speech of the Honorable Prime Minister also shows
I think you need to speak about that.
Not believe rumors. And Arnab, just one more line.
Not to believe fake tweets and fake WhatsApp accounts, fake news, very important. He was very specific, don't believe rumors. And even in the meeting that he's had with several experts.
No, I also want to say one thing. I will never.
Yeah, just to add to what...
1 minute, GVL. I want to say one more thing. You know, we are here to become stronger together. I think Ajay, Palash, Anupam Kher, Sanjeev, all of you will be with me. Absolutely. We are here to be stronger together. Absolutely. So if one of us becomes disheartened at any point of time in this fight, MR, it becomes our responsibility to cheer them up. If anybody becomes weak, it is our responsibility to make them stronger. And if anyone feels disheartened, it is our responsibility to put our heart into this battle, which is why I will never make a political point on this, but I'll tell you what Rahul Gandhi did today was so unacceptable. A government worker, somebody felt a little disheartened.
Can I just add one thing?
And what Rahul Gandhi did was he retweeted the person and says, I feel so sad. I mean, that is so unfortunate. Today, your job, the better thing for Rahul Gandhi or anyone would have been to go to the doctor and say, no, we are with you, we're together, we are not going to be disheartened, we are not going to point fingers, we are not going to crib, we are not going to bring our sentiment in this battle down. MR, we need to talk about that because, you know, spreading anxiety is not helping. You know, criticizing a few, yes, people went out after 5 o'clock on Sunday, but saying that the system has failed is wrong. Some people did the wrong thing, but 99% of the people are in this fight.
Arnab, I have something very interesting. That person, that doctor has deleted the tweet or corrected her position. So that to that extent, Mr. Rahul Gandhi was guilty of creating panic without even ascertaining the facts. So to this extent, you can understand how reckless Mr. Rahul Gandhi is. But today is not the day to actually berate him because that is his habit.
Let's not waste time on Rahul Gandhi anymore. Let's continue with the discussion on the battle.
And probably a couple of days. Yeah, if you look at what the Prime Minister said a couple of days back, and what we discussed also in Republic, we said either all of us are going to bail ourselves out of this problem or all of us are going to be inside the problem. Now, the Prime Minister also says the same thing. When 21 days we don't have the patience to lock ourselves in within our own homes, it is going to endanger the entire country, our family. And this is not an ordinary event. This is a once in a 100-year event. Let us all behave. Let us all give a helping hand to the government. Of course, this is a democracy. We have every right to point out any shortcomings. But let us not nitpick. Let us not oppose for the sake of opposition. Let us be constructive. All suggestions are welcome. This is a war. We are at war with coronavirus. At this point in time, let us not act small. Let us act big.
Well said.
With a large heart, let us take, there is no you, me in this, let us talk about we.
Yeah.
We have to talk about we. And all of us have to ensure that all of us bail ourselves out of this problem.
And look at the enormous responsibility that has been put on our nation's shoulders today. Everyone's on, and I'm asking one question. You know, if you look at the whole world today, and I'm not exaggerating, Anupam Kher, I'm not exaggerating. The whole world is looking at India. China said today that we are confident, that the People's Republic of China is confident that the government of India can handle and win the battle against COVID-19. The WHO put out a statement about 11 o'clock last night, Anupamji, where it said India has been rolling out a comprehensive and robust response to prevent and contain COVID-19, added that India actually battled successfully against polio and smallpox. The WHO representative said, and I quote, I feel proud to hear this. Everyone on, please, we'll put more information on graphics. Said, I think the commitment of the Indian government from the top level has been enormous and very impressive. The whole world is looking at us. And we can for once prove the world right that their optimism in India was not at fault. Anupam Kher.
No, I think what is important is that we do understand that we are very optimistic, positive. We have gone through all kinds of situations in life. Yes, this is very unheard of situation, but we are all brand ambassadors, unofficial brand ambassadors of India, and I'm sure we will all say nice kind of things. Abhi Mr. Rao was saying something कि हमारे पास शायद उतना infrastructure नहीं है, शायद वैसे medical facilities, maybe we are not, but we have Narendra Modi. I think that itself is sort of gives us a lot of confidence. and we have to just follow what he's saying or follow what our heart is saying. We have to just stop going out. That's the least we are asked for. And rest of it is all going to happen. It will take one day to understand. And I think we did a very good rehearsal at the time of what we did 2 days back. That was a great rehearsal. And now it's a situation where lives are at risk, where people can die. And if God forbid, if something goes wrong in our country, it will be too much. And we will, the faith of WHO or China or other people, they are right in discovering us that we are the world leaders in today's time.
Yeah.
We are going to change the world. It is going to be different. Thanks to India, India will show the path to the rest of the world how to deal with this situation. And I will not be surprised if tomorrow other countries also have full lockdown in their countries.
No,
I'm sure it's going to happen.
I think the point to emphasize today, Smita. Yes, Smita.
I have a request. No, I have a request to make. Arnab, you have celebrities. I can see out here that you have Palash, you have Anupam Kher, you have Sanjeev. These people have huge Instagram followers, huge Twitter followers. I request all of you to please look at the Prime Minister's tweet. He has put out a list of essential commodities and essential services which are available. Please read this out in your Instagram feed and read it out on Twitter so that your followers can also read it.
Absolutely.
There are people who will get to know it. They may not be able to read it, but when you say this in your Instagram, please be ambassadors to the messages that the Prime Minister is putting out.
What we'll do is we'll put an example of it right now. So, I want to emphasize one point. I want to emphasize one point. Transparency of communication at a time like this is very important. Digital media allows us to send the right information. What we are going to do right now, I am right now, out of all of us here, the person with the most following on social media is Mr. Anupam Kher, and then maybe everybody else will compete with him. I'm sure Sanjeev has a big following. I don't know. But since I know how much following is, what I'll do is transparency of communication is this. I am putting out, because my news desk did not have the time, Anupam Kher, to rewrite the entire annexure to the Ministry of Home Affairs order. I have a copy with me. Some of us as journalists get this copy first. Instead of putting a written report on it, I have put the entire copy out on Republic World. Within 1 minute, I will send this link to Anupam Kher. I want Anupam Kher to retweet this right now in 60 seconds. That means at least 6-7 million followers he has will get it immediately. We need to communicate correct news fast. We need to stop fake news, but the correct news must go immediately. The Modi government is working towards transparent communication from the very top. And we can take that vow. So should we do it, Anupam Kher, right now?
Absolutely. Not with an arrogance, but just want to say that it's 16 million.
16 million. 16 million people I'm giving you the link in a minute. Don't worry.
I've been doing that for the last 3 days. For the time I have come back from New York,
can someone please share the link with me?
Is promoting positivity and only talking about this. There is nothing that you will see on my social media anywhere. Either it's a poem, either it's telling people how to be happy, how to be optimistic, how to be positive.
Anupam Kher, let's do this. Let's start spreading the right news. I have sent you the guidelines now. The whole guidelines are in this copy. You retweet it. That means within seconds, 16 million people will know the guidelines. This is the kind of info, because this will, when people read this, they'll realize, well, pretty much everything is open. The guidelines are there. It's not even a copy. The whole guideline, what I've got in my paper, Anupamji, will you do it? Will everyone do it? Then you can send it to Sanjeev, we'll pass it on.
I'm working on the same phone where you have sent me the message.
You work on your phone, no problem.
I will do that.
No, you work on your phone. You work on your phone. I'm going to take you off air for 2 minutes and bring you back, okay? Let's do this. In the meantime, Palash, before I come back to you, because I want you to keep the spirits up with us today, I want to hear from Ajay Piramal. Ajay Piramal, tell the world you're a leading corporate figure. Tell everybody watching that things are under control as much as possible. We have the wherewithal. Also in financial terms, the country has the resources. We are not Pakistan. We have the forex reserves. We have the bank situation under control. I think that also needs to go out from you today. that the financial sector can deal with this for a while.
First of all, I think I want to tell everybody that
no, Palash, wait a minute. After Ajay. Palash after Ajay. Palash after Ajay. Palash after Ajay. Let's get Ajay first.
अगर हिंदुस्तानी हार नहीं मानेंगे, we are going to win.
अच्छा
So
चलो.
just going to say this to all my countrymen. Going to say this to the entire world.
Yeah.
Come on now, dream again. Don't give up. Gotta live again. Oh, chuck de. Oh, hus de. Oh, जी के दिखा सोनिया. हारना मानना.
Amazing. This man's energy levels are growing every day. In fact, Sanjeev, his energy levels have been growing. I mean, this man used to be everyone's heartthrob when we were in college, and he's still getting younger. And what's happening to all of us, Sanjeev? Big shout out for you, Palash. That's the spirit. Sanjeev,
so are you getting younger and you're still the heartthrob?
Yeah, I don't know. Sanjeev, I'll tell you one thing. We all have a responsibility, right? I think people are going to cook a lot. Let's look at the better part of it. I think a lot of people are going to cook. People like you should be putting out cooking lessons for all of us. You know, those half-an-hour dishes that we never did. We never had the time. Family lunches. Everything can happen right now. This is the time, right, Sanjeev? All of us chip in. We'll get through this.
100%. Actually, I've already started that. Let me tell you that how we had Janta curfew practice, I would say. I've already done that. I did one live session this morning for about 45 minutes. And I'm going to continue with that. And I can tell you that with cooking, I'll keep you busy, I'll keep you healthy, I'll make sure that we keep the positivity out there. And 21 days is nothing.
Nothing.
We can, yeah, it's nothing. We collectively can easily pass this time. We owe this to ourselves. We owe this to our country. We owe this to the world. We owe this to humanity. I think we have this duty, and there is no way, no Indian will fail his duty. No one likes to fail, and we will not fail.
There are so many things, absolutely. Ajay Piramal, see, everyone's chipping in. You know the beauty of this program today? Everyone's chipping in. We're not, you know, Ajay, what happens usually is we chip at each other. Today we are chipping away together. That's great. Ajay.
So we have now a foreign reserve of almost 500 billion. The oil has come down significantly. We assumed oil in our budget at $65. It is somewhere in $35 per barrel, so that's a huge saving. I think this is the time where we expect that the government will put this money back into the economy. Forget about deficits. You know, sometimes I feel that the Western world pushes us to have lower fiscal deficits when they themselves can have as much as they want. I mean, I just want to remind people that the time when the financial crisis took place, the U.S. had a 10% fiscal deficit. Our deficit this year has been 3.6, even if percent. So if we went to 5 or 6, we put so much money back into the economy, we will come back. I just want to say that as a country, we can resolve, we can, we will, and we must.
Absolutely.
In this time, let's say, Rashtra Devo Bhava.
Yeah, absolutely. And can I say one more thing on behalf of, Smita, me, Saurabh, maybe you want to talk about this. I want to thank the Prime Minister of India for his complete and total support to the news media of this country. Some of us who had the privilege of interacting with him yesterday saw such a sensitive side of the Prime Minister. There was one time, Saurabh, when the Prime Minister told all the media editors who were on that video call, he said that, are you ensuring that your reporters sanitize the boom rods, the mics, on which they are using? It showed sensitivity, and he was being absolutely genuine about it. I think we were overwhelmed. The Prime Minister is going out of his way to support the news media, which is also, I want to say, it's an emergency service. Today, it's our privilege and duty, Saurabh. I think all journalists of this country should double their efforts to fight this, because we are at the forefront of this, Saurabh.
We absolutely, Arnab. We are at the forefront of this. Another thing I want to tell you as a global fact checker, Prime Minister has talked about fake news being spread, and on this platform, Republic, I can tell you, we will join hands along with Republic and millions of our readers of Republic News Mobile to make sure we will bust fake news. any fake news story is coming, we will make sure that we'll bust it so that the Prime Minister, what he's talking about, the message of calm, the message of the fact of national unity should go out. And we have a leader like Narendra Modi at the helm. So be assured that the country is in safe hands, and we shall overcome.
Anupamji retweeted that, and I think he wants to say something. Yes, Anupamji.
Yes. So whatever the Prime Minister said, there is a very beautiful poem. It's about 40-second poem.
Please.
But it's very important, and it's very important to speak on your channel. It says, तूफान के हालात हैं, न किसी सफर में रहो, पंछियों से गुजारिश है, अपने शजर में रहो, ईद के चांद हो अपने ही घर वालों के लिए, ये उनकी खुशकिस्मती है, उनकी नजर में रहो, माना बंजारों की तरह घूमे हो डगर डगर, वक्त का तकाजा है अपने ही शहर में रहो, तुमने खाक छानी है और गली चौबारे की, थोड़े दिन की तो बात है, अपने घर में रहो.
Oh, what a beautiful thing. That's so wonderful. You know, I'll tell you one thing. That is so wonderful, so wonderful, so wonderful. I am going to take a clip of that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you say this all over again. We're going to make a video of this. We're going to put it out and we're going to play it. You know, we underplay the importance of words. Words will carry this through. Sentiment carries this through. Hope carries this through. When you determine you're going to win, it's half the battle won. GVL wanted to come in. GVL.
No, Arnab, whatever is open today from the statements from the release from the Ministry of Home Affairs, to keep us safe and secure at homes, I think everything will work. I think everything else will for 21 days not be working. And the role of the media, I think I can tell you, I think the people, I'm as a consumer of the media myself, I have never seen in my lifetime television media and the media in general playing such a great nationalistic role. I think salute to the media, salute to everybody else, but certainly as somebody coming from the media profession myself, I can tell you without the media, today the world will be extremely vacuous. So today you're playing a phenomenal role, and the entire media is giving out the kind of information that people need. They are glued to the news television, and they are getting all their education and information from television. I think the next 21 days, I have not seen media playing such a great role even during the times of war. I think the role of the media is extremely positive, and I hope it stays that way for the next 21 days.
It will be, without a doubt, it will be. It will be. I thank you all.
We will assure you.
I thank you all. I'm deeply grateful. All of you who have joined me today have played such a great role in bringing sentiments up. And we will win this. Viewers, on the other side, I shall share with you graphics and details of how we can flatten the curve. Some interesting statistics coming your way. See you on the other side. Do not go away. I'll be back in a few minutes.